When you learn math through your passions, you get to learn it in a way that you really like to learn.
My passion is a trampoline. My passion is rocket ships. My passion is art. My passion is dragons. They breathe fire and they cool and they fly. My passion is T-Rex. My passion is T-Rex. My passion is Pokemon.
The great thing about Muse is it's unique in its ability to individualize learning. Muse offers and embraces diversity. And that's what we want our environment to be like. We don't want everyone to go out there being the same exact robots, learning the same exact thing. We want that diverse population to pretty much contribute to our society, making it better.
Muse allows me to study in an environment catered to my needs, which in my opinion is amazing. It's compared to my old school, I wasn't able to do that. I would have to follow the curriculum, the structure of the school that was designed by the teachers and by the principal.
The thing I love about Muse is you have no homeworks, no tests, and passions.
I'm really passionate about sharks because they're just beautiful creatures.
My passion is the circus because the circus has lions and tigers.
What we're doing here is kind of an edited version of project-based learning. We take project-based learning and we just dive a little deeper into it. We find when we make learning more concrete, more tangible, this is where the learning sticks.
I love the whole idea of the passion-based learning. Basically, like your learning kind of like focuses around what you love doing most. It kind of like makes the student more comfortable when he's like doing like his assignments, and the passion project especially.
The timeline or the process of completing a passion project is once we know what their topics are, we're brainstorming together how they will incorporate math, English, science, and history. Those four subjects, those four core subjects, they're coming up with the ideas, and if I'm finding that the ideas that they come for aren't to grade level or I think they could elaborate, I'm helping them through that process, I'm guiding them, but they're bringing the ideas to me first.
So my passion this year is mostly YouTubers. Like I want to learn about like the play buttons and like the famous YouTubers, how many subscribers they have.
My passion for this semester is focusing on how to build a brand, because I'm working on creating a granola company. And then hopefully, well, I guess it's more like a health company, and then my first product will be granola, and then I have other ideas that I want to stem from that, so.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
For me, it's a lot like less stressful, and you want to learn about something because it's something that you're passionate about, so it's not like necessarily something that the school is forcing you to learn, because you can connect it to your passion.
The reason why they don't want homework or maths tests because they don't want kids to be stressed out.
Well, at my old school, we just kind of did like regular classes where it was just math and like tests and things. But at Muse, you don't need to worry about tests, and you can just learn in a way that you really love it. So for the math, what I did was actually I interviewed Caitlin because she used to figure skate, and we were talking about it. And in figure skating, when you land a jump, you usually land on your heel to toe. So when you land on your heel, you weigh about 7 times your weight. And so what I did was I took some people from my class last year's weight, and then I times it by 7.
Well, the 4 main things of passions is math, literacy, social studies, and science.
The students' passions are reflected in a variety of ways. For example, in math class, I'll use the kids' names and their passions when we're doing a word problem. I'll try and relate it to the lesson we're doing in that sort of way on a daily basis. And then when we're doing something like English, maybe I'll be teaching the skill of researching and writing a 5-paragraph essay, something traditional. They're choosing their topic based on their passion. So sometimes I'm delivering it and sometimes they're choosing it and giving it back to me.
What we do when we start the year off to get to know the students, they do little pieces of artwork or posters where they're just representing themselves and unraveling who they are, just to kind of figure out what are their interests, what are their passions. And then after we do that, we start to kind of look at the blueprint for Muse. The blueprint is a way that students can assess their own progress throughout their school year. So they look at the different parts of the blueprint by coming up with different goals that they have for themselves. So they'll start with an email to me about what their goals are, whether it is in academics, it could be their communication goals with their peers or their teachers, and what they expect to learn this year. We then get to start and kind of unravel that, unpack that, and start incorporating their passion into the academics in the classroom.
My entire middle school and high school experience have been with Soly Blueprints, and they're a much more in-depth way to assess yourself, and they don't necessarily fall on the expectations set by your peers or even by the people that came before you. They're set by you, and they're set by what you need to achieve in the time that you have.
Muse brings out the best of a child. I have a student who's come from traditional education, for an example, and this student has blossomed. This student, he has grown because he has his passion. His passion is surfing. Every part of surfing is integrated into his curriculum day. Matter of fact, he was not a writer when he came. The traditional notion of writing and setting up topic sentences never made sense to him, but now it does because he explores that from his surfing passion. He has delved into research. He has gone home and created his own work for himself because he's passionate about it, not because it's given to him and it's something that's required for time in a day. He's beyond that, and this child, I know and have seen his growth. And it's amazing, and it's what Muse does for children.
At other schools that I've worked at, there's been a very rigid timeline and trying to just get facts and information in, whereas this school embraces not only the individual goals and what students want to achieve, but also skill building and building life skills versus just rote memorization. So I would say that's a huge change that I've embraced working here at Muse, is just to be able to foster that love for learning and lifelong researchers and learners, them choosing what they get to learn. And we still, as the educational facilitators, we will then help provide those resources and how they can relate their passion and their interest to the math concept, to the science concept. That's our job as facilitators.
I think it's a successful way to engage the students when they're having choice over what they're learning. They're more invested, they're more excited. They come to class with materials that they found on their own, and they're excited to share that with each other and with me.
And all my colors I used it of rainbow, just like my rainbow.
Can you count how many colors you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.